Hey, we're talking about some frequently asked questions. This one today is, why does welcoming craving work? This is counterintuitive, not just intellectually, but experientially, because we have been trained from the very core of our being and of our brain to fight or flee. Usually, that escape is to use porn to get out, right? So, why does welcoming craving work? The first reason welcoming craving work is because the fight or flight system of our brain is the part of our brain that's been hijacked. This emotional cortex at the very center of our brain, the center of that being the amygdala, the fight or flight center of our brain, has been hijacked. So, when you experience craving, you are in a state of sympathetic activation. Your skin is sweating, your breath is shallow, your heart is racing, your stomach is tight. All you have is energy out to your limbs. Oftentimes, you can feel tingling sensation in your limbs. You are tunnel visioned to getting this thing met. It's all you can think about, all you can focus on. And the more intense it gets, the more intense all of that stuff becomes. Not just the preoccupation with using, but your heart, your breath, the constriction of your stomach, of your abdomen, the energy out to your limbs. This is a fight or flight reaction. This is a sympathetic reaction. Okay. And so welcoming craving works because when you feel it, name it, and welcome it, you meet it with what your body and brain need to no longer see the thing that you're facing, the craving, as a threat. And you need to calm down. You need to calm down. So much of the immediate energy or the reactive energy is to get pent up, and the fight or flight reaction, you try to fight it away with prayers or saying stuff to yourself. I don't want this. I don't need this. I don't want to go back to this, or trying to avoid it. Go distract yourself, spend time on media. All this sort of stuff is a feigned attempt at trying to do something to be able to get out of it rather than to breathe, to slow down, to allow yourself just for a moment to fully experience what you're feeling. See, our approach so often with emotions is to approach them like a math problem that we're trying to solve rather than to fully feel them, which is that first two part of this activity or this tool, the feel it and the name it. Slowing down to fully feel and to name what's there isn't trying to solve the problem of the emotion, it's to acknowledge that it exists. And then to welcome it is simply the act of saying, you're not a threat. You're not a threat. What I'm experiencing right now, this agitation, the overwhelm, the anxiety, whatever the emotion is that you've just named, is not a threat. This is the third point. It's just a kitten, right? Fight or flight system activated. The same system that if you are standing in front of a lion in the Serengeti desert would be activated to tell you, run like the wind. This same thing is being triggered in you every time you experience this preoccupation with using or with masturbating, some form of acting out. What's your response? Well, if you respond by getting more agitated, you make it more likely that you'll act out. But if you allow yourself to feel it, yeah, that feels like tension in my chest, constriction in my stomach, whatever. You name it, it feels like anxiety or overwhelm or tension. And then you welcome it. It's okay that it's here. You communicate to the rest of your brain into your body. There is nothing to react to. There's no threat in my environment that I need to fight or flee from. You can calm down. You say to that lion standing in front of you that you've never fully faced for maybe the first time in your life, or for the first few times in your life, at least, as the more you practice this, that you're not a lion. Or maybe at the very least, you're a lion behind a cage. that's keeping me safe. Or maybe you're not even a lion behind a cage. This emotion that I'm feeling, maybe it really is just a kitten. But because I've trained it, learned so many times before in my life to have this intense reaction to that core emotional trigger, I experience it as a 10 when it's really a 1 or a 2, and it just needs acknowledgement for what it really is. This was the second part of the question is how long do you have to feel it, right? Maybe more practically is like, how long do I have to deal with this before it goes away? Give me a gauge. And the answer is simply as long as it takes, right? Patience. If we were perfectly patient with craving, we would allow it to come and go and we would get beyond it. But we're not, we're impatient. And so we use to be able to get out of the uncomfortable experience. Scientifically, craving usually dissipates if you allow yourself to fully feel it, not distracting, not avoiding, but if you experience the craving, right? So you notice yourself locked in or feeling that growing sense of, oh, I want to use. Stop what you're doing, lean back in your chair, allow yourself to breathe deeply, fully feel the tension in your stomach, the weight in your chest, whatever it is that you're holding. Breathe through it again. Breathe through it again. Let yourself drop into that state and then name it, welcome it. It's okay that it's here. This isn't a threat. You doing that should take about 60 to 90 seconds to go from the full intensity. As you begin to do it, it should get more intense. Usually the immediate thought is like, I can't do this. But allow yourself to do it and it'll dissipate to the point where you'll be able to let it go in 60 to 90 seconds. All right. So I hope that helped in answering the questions that were talked about here.